Hi, welcome to this video. Thank you so much for clicking. I'm so excited for this one today. I'm going to be showing you 10 DIY resin keychain ideas. Keychains are probably the top seller in my shop, so I thought I would give you a variety of ideas to create for your shops. Or if you're just interested in my methods, feel free to watch this. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. It really helps out my channel. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and let's get into the keychain ideas. First up, let's make letter keychains. These are probably the most popular thing on my shop, so I highly recommend making these. I just put in the flowers and different flakes, sand them, drill them like a normal keychain, and there we have it. This is a rose gold series I did. Idea number 2, we're doing astrology keychains. Do a layer of clear resin with gold flakes and the zodiac signs. Let that first layer cure for 24 hours, then add a layer of black tinted resin, let that cure for 24 hours, and then drill and turn into a keychain. Also, I have full tutorials on most of these items, so I will make sure to link them all down below. Next, let's make skull and then alien keychains. This is one of my favorite molds I own. Of course, I'm just doing the usual, placing the resin in the mold and then adding my flowers. This one had fake moss in it, which I thought was a really cool effect. Of course, using the heat gun to pop any bubbles and then popping those out of the mold 24 hours later. I sand just the edges of the keychains to make them nice and smooth, and then I always screw in the eye pin with my hand, and then once it gets too difficult, I use jewelry pliers for the rest. Pre-drilling helps to keep everything nice and sturdy. You can also use a hand twist drill for this. You don't have to use a heavy duty one like I am, but I have this drill for other projects, so I also use it with resin. Alright, let's make some controllers. You can do plants, flowers with gold flakes, you can do colors, and the mold I have here is actually kind of matte, so everything turns out with like a cloudy effect, but I'm going to show you how I fix that. So as you can see here, it's a little bit cloudy, you can't really see, it's not shiny like a usual mold. So first I use these different metallic markers. I will link all my supplies down below, by the way, on my Amazon storefront. So I color that in and then I top coat it in UV resin to seal the color on, as well as make it super shiny and transparent. UV resin is great because it cures within minutes rather than the usual 24-hour cure that epoxy resin has. Well, I guess some resins do actually take more than 24 hours to cure, but the one I'm using for these projects actually does take 24 hours. Okay, I'm going to be using this mold to show you 2 different projects you can do. Inspirational keychains and anniversary keychains. So I just mixed some powder pigment into the mold itself because I didn't want to waste a cup, and then I placed these inspirational words into the middle, let that cure, and here's how they turned out. I made this A+J in Cricut Design Space, pasted that on so you could have colored hearts on your shop, and then people can customize them with their initials, their anniversary date, whatever they would like. I love these inspirational word keychains. I like that people can choose what resonates with them. I just think they're so cute and positive. These ones were made a while ago, but I just wanted to show for example purposes. I now only make keychains with eye pins and no longer use the jump rings as you can see on these other ones, but yeah, I just wanted to show some options. Next up is guitar keychains. You could do a clear layer with flowers and then black tinted resin on top, whatever you would like. I just did a solid black color for this, and I hand painted the details gold with this marker. You could also add band names or song titles to these, whatever you want. You could get creative, and of course top coated that in UV resin to seal everything on. One of my other personal favorites, Planchette Keychains. You can do a clear layer of resin with flowers and then black tinted resin on top, or make them solid black, whatever you think. As you can see, this one here is clear. It does have the jump ring, which I don't do anymore, but just to show you an example, you can see the 2 layers here. And for the other one, I always just color in the word with a gold marker and then top coat it in UV resin to seal everything all together. I think they're so cute. Another personalized keychain idea, I had these keychains. I used a rectangle mold and alcohol inks to layer. I have a video on how I layer alcohol inks. I will also link down below, which is how I made this one. And then using Cricut Design Space, I made this. I just made my name with it. You could offer first and last name, just first name, whatever people want to customize. Have those colored rectangles on your shop, and then people can put whatever they want on them. Last but certainly not least, let's make a perfume keychain. I just saved this from Google and then put it into Microsoft Word to alter the size and printed that out. I cleaned the mold with some tape beforehand, and then I used this gold pigment and a paintbrush to paint into the mold like so. That way the resin cures with the color you will see in the end. And as you can see, this powder pigment is just kind of building up, so I just flip it over to kind of get that excess stuff off. And if you get the gold where you don't want it, just use tape to take it out. You can cut the logo into a little square and laminate it with actual lamination or tape like I am. Just make sure you have all the sides enclosed so the resin doesn't seep into the paper. Put the resin in and then the logo, add some gold flakes just to make it a little bit nicer, and pop that out of the mold after 24 hours. Here is the result. And here it is, 10 DIY resin keychain ideas. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. It really helps out my channel. Let me know what other resin tutorials or small business videos you would like me to do. And like I said, supplies and extra tutorial videos that go into more depth will all be linked down below. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!